What's up, you guys? Cali Green Too Fresh here, and I am joined by dcfaygoguy and the one and only Beastmaster. What's up, you guys?
What's going on?
Chilling.
So today we're going to talk about ICP releasing 4 albums last year, and we're also going to announce, well, the winner for Album of the Year, because, they released first The Missing Link, Lost, then Found. From out of left field, we got The Outtakes and a fresh-ass EP entitled Phantom, Extra Spooky Edition.
At a even lefter field.
Yeah. Which this is actually, it's the return of the sideshows. And for those of you who don't know all the sideshow attractions, you know there's a sideshow because they got the era down there in the corner.
Yep. Yeah, because they said that House of Wax was supposed to be sideshow, but where the fuck was Mighty Death Pop at on that?
Yeah, so it's kind of debatable because it came with the box.
But that's how ICP does, Cali Green Too Fresh put a poll up on CarnivalSpirits.com.
These are voted by y'all motherfucking juggalos out there.
For the past month, every day on the Carnival Spirits email, I've been seeing votes cast. Mad motherfuckers have been voting, and I want to thank all y'all for doing that. You guys are the fucking shit.
Before we jump into, the placement, let's just go through and, talk about our favorites. DC, what album did you vote for?
Well, I made a video about it, and I'll talk about it some more, but I loved them all. Especially Phantom, being that it was the return of the sideshow EPs. But I had to ultimately go with Found because, when that album came out and I was listening to it, the second time I listened to it, the title track Found, I actually just started thinking about a point in my life that I absolutely hated, which would have been 2009. Shit was really rough that year for me. And I just kind of, as it was playing in the background on surround sound, me and Megan we were cleaning our apartment, and I just looked around at the apartment I'm in, and I thought, my fucking link is found. That was right when Shaggy's verse was coming to an end. He's like, everything that was missing before, it ain't missing now. And it hit me like pow, and it hit me like pow. And tears started coming down, and I look over at Megan, and I said, I love you. That was a powerful moment for me, and that's why Found has to be my favorite. To experience a powerful moment like that that's the best album.
That's dope. For me, I voted for Lost because, I can't deny that song that you're talking about, but Lost was the one that made the bigger impact on me because of just those key songs. Falling Apart, I See the Devil. What about you, Callie? Did you vote?
Of course. I made the poll and everything. I was the first vote. I will say that Found does hold my favorite song out of all of the albums that came out last year. Lost at the Carnival, that song just hits me. I feel like it should have been on Lost, in all honesty, but that song right there is just my favorite song out of everything they did last year. And then Phantom, I thought was fresh. I liked all the songs. I thought it was a little lengthy, kind of on the, all the skits. They're just as long as the songs, so that was kind of stale for me. What I went with was Lost.
Oh!
From the moment Vomit dropped, I just fucking knew. It was the first time that, ICP dropped a single for an upcoming release where I didn't have to listen to it 2-3 times to like it. Or, you know what I mean. Not necessarily like it, but just understand.
No, I do know what you mean.
Yeah, they put out some songs that throw you off sometimes, but the tone for me. And I remember waiting for fucking ever for this goddamn pre-order to come, And I don't remember what the fuck happened, but Hatchet Gear fucked up. So ICP actually released the album for free streaming. I put it off for as long as I could. I ended up not getting my album for I think it was 2-3 weeks. So I caved and I listened to it, and it was just fresh. At the time, things were not necessarily at their lowest point, but they definitely weren't high. I didn't have a job at the time. It was a real turning point for me. So Lost just really set the tone because it was exactly how I felt. What's up, Drew?
Chaos, you here?
Yes, sir.
Did you vote for the ICP Album of the Year last year?
Yes, I did.
What'd you vote for?
I voted for Found.
Why?
Because just that album was, like Callie said, how Lost was reflecting how he was feeling at the time. That's how Found was. It was like I was in a happy place at my time, but I've always enjoyed both albums. That you can listen to them no matter what mood you're into. I like listening to both because like the yin and the yang, the dark and the light. It's a very interesting concept.
Hell yeah. Get into this. In fourth place, we have the one album that none of us talked about, the Outtakes. Which, to me, it's no surprise that, the Outtakes came in fourth place. I mean, I think it was the one that was the least heard. It was somewhat the hardest one to get a hold of. I mean, well, Phantom was only online as well, but I think it was the most overlooked album. But what'd you guys think of the Outtakes?
I love the Outtakes. I feel like many of those songs should have been on the main album. And I was actually watching this behind-the-scenes meet and greet that a Juggalo had filmed, and in it, it was during the Marvelous Missing Link tour, so it was when that album, when the Outtakes was available. And Ninja actually asked Jay, why such and such song didn't make it, or, different things like that. And Violent J basically said in that video, and I'll get a link for you guys so you can watch it too. He basically says that the songs on the Outtakes suck. And this Juggalo's like, what about the Monster? He's like, oh, that's a good one. He starts going back over, but Violent J pretty much said he thinks it sucks, but I don't think so. Especially the Lost half of it, but I could understand. Maybe they were trying to go for a different feel. The more I've listened to the Outtakes, you could tell listening to the intro and the title tracks and everything like that, that it wasn't quite the direction I think they were going for the story of the Marvelous Missing Link. So I think that's why they scrapped it. But they gave it to us, so it's kind of its own standing Joker card, if you will, of the Joker card.
I think that ICP is known for eventually releasing everything they record. Even the shit that's not. I mean, you got your Forgotten Freshnesses, which is just a smorgasbord of B-sides, and looking back at the last Joker's card, first you had your Bang Pow Boom, which had extra song, here and there, and then they had the nuclear version, right? And then they really took it to an extreme with the Mighty Death Pop, with the way that they released those fucking albums. You got your hour-long song. Who fucking does that? Who makes a song that's an hour long?
To this date, I've only made it 10 minutes into that bitch, and I stop. To this date, only 10 minutes in.
And you got your covers album. Who knows the method behind the madness? The point is that ICP is the hardest working band on the planet Earth today. What about you, Chaos?
Well, you pretty much hit the nail on the door. I've noticed a lot of bands or groups are releasing unreleased material. Recently, Kendrick Lamar, he actually released an unreleased, untitled album from B-sides of his recent album, and he just put it all as one untitled album.
Going back to what DC was saying earlier, though, you said that Violent J basically said that the outtakes was
That
everything sucked on it, right?
he basically said they sucked, which that sucks because Six Pedophiles was the shit. The Monster was the shit. I used to have a stepdad that literally I know exactly what he's saying. When you see the stepdad coming home, you're like, fuck, because you're not going to have fun anymore. It's just absolute terror. So that sucks that he would, you know, say that those songs just suck, because I feel like
Well, I mean,
they really could have taken the lost tracks and split them up onto maybe some on Found. I don't
definitely.
know. I don't know how they could have fit those in. I mean, I just don't with the overall theme. And then some of the stuff on Found, fuck, push it onto Phantom. But it worked out the way it did. We got 4 albums.
So for those of you who don't know, the Outtakes album was basically split up between Lost and Found. Half of it literally is Lost, the other half is Found. And yeah, the Lost tracks are pretty much all fucking fresh, honestly. I mean, Why'd I Have to Die, Joey the Butcher, Six Pedophiles, The Monster, that whole, at least that whole half, I can say 100% I thought was fresh. And I find it ironic that all but were produced by Young Wicked. So the fact that you're saying that he said that these songs sucked and they were all Young Wicked produced. I mean, only a couple of his songs actually made the albums.
But like you said, Young Wicked did produce songs on the album. So, I mean, give the kid a break. He produced a bunch of songs, and some of them made the cut. And the rest of them, they made that fucking special outtakes cut.
Moving on to third place. I was very surprised by this, actually. I was very surprised. In third,
Whoa.
Lost. Yeah, that really caught me off guard because, you know, Lost was my favorite. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna
what
be
do you guys
honest.
think about that?
I'm shocked. I honestly would have figured Found would have been at least third. That one shocks me for real.
Wait, didn't you vote for Found?
Yes, but here's the thing. I voted for Found, but the reason I suspected it was going to be low on the poll was because, I mean, come on, dude. The Bitchelos are out there hardcore. Like, oh, they got to stop with this happy, friendly shit. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but you're talking about CarnivalSpirits subscribers here.
True.
I think that those juggalos have got to be the cream of the crop of juggalos online. You know what's good. Chaos, what about you? What do you think?
Well, like I said earlier, I chose to vote for one, but like I said, musically, I enjoy both albums.
Yeah, but for Lost to come in third,
that's very surprising. Who knows? Maybe Found touched a lot of people. That could be the reason, or who knows? Everyone has their reason for something.
You just made me think. Show me on the Beanie Baby where Lost touched you.
Where did Found touch you? Right here.
Right in the feels.
All right, what came in second place? Tell me. I'm dying to know.
You could do it like Mario Party, where they like go to show you one and then it's actually the other.
No, you mean like Steve Harvey? All right, Callie, do you want to tell us who came in second?
Phantom, Extra Spooky, which I figured would have been third, but I think people just really like the whole concept of it. Like I said earlier, the skits were really lengthy for me. I wanted to sit there in my car and just listen to an album front to back. The next thing I know, I'm a minute and a half into a skit and it's still going. 2 minutes into a skit and it's still going.
Some of those skits, though, are pretty fresh. Like, if you listen to the one that's at the very end of Detroit Carjacking, I've actually gone and found, well, Megan found the video and she sent me to it. She said, this is that skit at the end of that song. It's a fat guy getting mad because he's getting called fat on Xbox Live. He's getting pissed. He's like, God damn it! Oh, God damn it! So now, because I've listened to that skit, whenever something pisses me off, I'll look at Bacon and I'll just go, "Oh, God damn it! They keep calling me fat."
Look, a lot of ninjas like those songs. Damn the skits. Every fucking album has skits. A lot of times after the album has come out, I will bypass the fucking skits. But the Phantom had some good songs, yo. I bet that's why it won second place, man.
All the skits were fresh. You know, like, I knew most of them. If not, well, yeah, there's a few I didn't know, like the one you were talking about. But that brings us to number 1, Found, which I can see it. You know, it's kind of like this generation's Shangri-La without being Shangri-La, if that makes sense, because it's only the 3rd card of the deck. If they're already dropping a Shangri-La-ish and Hell's Pit-ish concept, then where does that lead this deck of cards even?
Right. And I actually thought about that when it came out. I was like, this should be the 6th Joker's card. It really should. I don't know where I heard it, but I heard something about Jay saying that the 6th Joker card of the 2nd set was going to be another exhibit of Shangri-La and Hell's Pit. Whether that means it's going to be the Wraith, I don't know.
I heard him say that. I mean, I either heard or read it. I'm cool with that. I actually like the fact that this Joker's card kind of got to the bare bones of their faith. Found is one of the most bold fucking statements that ICP's ever made in music. This is how it is. This is how we roll. Fuck you if you don't like it. I'm thinking about the Mighty Death Pop. That lyric, most of them have switched gears on them. Cheers. Talking about God, right? There are juggalos out there that are straight up atheists. They don't believe in God. And why should you? With all the fucking science out there, Found is some good music. The juggalos of CarnivalSpirits have voted. They have spoken. Yeah, hold that bitch up. I love it. Lost and Found. It was great.
Thank you to everyone that voted. We had way more submissions than I thought we were going to have. So, thank you for voting. Y'all motherfuckers are the shit. It was Found.
Where's the applause sound effect when you need it?
Sound effect.
Yeah, why don't we all just clap?
Where's my soundboard?
But really, y'all are the shit. We're all just getting started here. We ain't going nowhere.
Joe.